Okay, we're gonna go into this scene. I have so much prepared for you today. It's gonna be no. They don't start at the jig for backwoods night. Jake walks through the backwoods with his flashlight. Jake walks through the backwoods with his flashlight. Jake.
What are we going to slate? What are we going to program for this month? What are we going to program for this quarter? And we sort of need a lot of assistance in terms of like, okay, what are we going to fill that with? Like, I'm really good at getting a deal together. I can get the financing. I can create the opportunity. This is the movie we're going to make. A lot of deals I do, we're making movies before the movie exists, before there's a script, concept. But I've closed many deals that are just, big contracts with financial numbers attached to it, and all the titles are to be determined. Movie number 1, number 2, number 3, it's packed with film. That's when we go out to creative outlets, whether it's production companies, development, screenwriters that we know, and it's much more about like, look, we need some films here, what do you have? Or I set up a meeting with a network or a VOD platform, and they want to know what films we have. I always go out to like writers who work with a lot of this client, what do you have that sort of matches these types of genres, and then I'll just take 2 or 3 log lines that they have, I'll put them all together, we'll present them and see what sticks. And it's sort of pitching.
Oh my God. Jake walks back. Jake walks to the woods. Jake walks to the backwoods. The woods. And Jake walks through the woods in the dark. Okay. Nah, that's supposed to be right by us. Okay.
It's really about like just fielding information.
Wait, this should be external.
I mean, it's every
external.
Has pitch meetings. Dating has pitch meetings. It's pitching is really about taking your opportunity as a person and sort of just saying, like, this is what I can deliver. This is what I think can happen. You have to sort of look. If you just sit around and
you walk around the bench, the water come out the other side.
Verbal phone call, like it's never going to come. If you have to step out there in the world and sort of create.
Wait, something back here was a problem.
And companies have problems.
Touch the car.
Touch the car. Looking at those and saying,
touch the car.
I can find a way in.
Touch the car. I already crawled out of it.
And solve that problem.
Touch the car. And I crawled out of it right there.
How and why. That's all.
And touch the car out of it. And touch the car out one of the arm. I don't know if I saw anything else I need to change. I don't know.
How do you want to decorate your house with your spouse apartment? Like you're pitching ideas and presenting concepts.
I click on look outside.
But in terms of Hollywood, in terms of the media business, but the only way that you're going to be able to get your ideas heard is by expressing what you think a project is, how you think it should be executed.
Do we farm workshop? That's where they build the movie shop.
You're the most important.
Oh my God.
Because of whatever reasons you might put it in. But that's pitching. It's all just what can you deliver, what can you bring to the table, how can you solve other companies or other people's problems, and that's how you get results.
Well, yeah, you always hear about that when, let's say, if you've ever watched any entrepreneurial pitches or a TV show or live, it's always been someone wanting to solve a problem and they created something for the market. But how does someone know what quote-unquote problems are at a production company or a network that they just need one to solve them?
There's always a bit of blindness to it. Even on my end, where we're meeting with residents all the time. And even we are a little bit in the dark to a degree in terms of like what decisions have they decided behind closed doors since the last time we chatted with them.
Hold the light down, hold the light down.
A great way
hold the
to
light down.
Is if you groceries companies are like massive.
Hold the light down. Hold the light down. Hold the light down.
Just kind of like getting movies made, and I'm sort of more creative on the deal making side, not on the story.
Hold on.
AMC Network, Discovery, Paramount, they're all publicly traded. And why that's important is that anybody can get on their website, and there's always going to be some tab in there called investors. And you get on those, and you can look for documents called 10Ks, 10Qs, and these are required by law that they publish these big documents. They're insanely long, they're like 300, 400 pages. You don't have to read them. If you have to skim through the first couple of pages, there's usually like a letter from the CEO. There's like a breakdown of the marketplace. There's a breakdown of what they're trying to do in the next year, the next quarter. And they list it all out. Like they literally tell you, like, A to B, this is what we're trying to do. This is what we're trying to get to. These are the problems we have. And this is how we're trying to adapt to this marketplace and be competitive. So they list it all out. And what's also good about those is they actually use their own, every company has like their own internal language that they use, how they like to talk about problems, how they like to speak about projects. It's all listed. So that's a really good resource if you're trying to sort of learn what our company's doing. But truth be told, if you're newer to the industry, if you're just starting out, opening those major doors isn't the most likely
this is my
It's usually going to be
dad.
smaller companies that feed into
This is my
So it's going to be smaller distribution companies, smaller production companies.
done.
They're the ones
Everything
who are
done.
producing the core content that will then be delivered to them. So if you are looking at more of the originals that are popping up on a lot of these platforms or networks,
Cut to.
you go look at the companies that are consistently delivering to them. Those are the ones to look at. But whatever the big entity problems are, it's also going to ripple down. They're sort of like, I call them like satellites. Like they're sort of satellite companies and they're always feeding into them. So whatever the big
This is move.
that's a great way to find something.
Oh, that's fascinating. I might just do that just to try
The
to
window.
just because. So go to a publicly traded company
On the back.
and look for investor info and then kind of it'll be like a PDF or something and see.
Yeah, the major companies, you can download it like in any consumable format. And it's, you can usually search through the documents if you're looking for something very specific, like titles of movies or relations for a certain type
Where are
of
we at?
platform that you might work with.
Walking away from where we are.
Like if you look into Fox, Tubi is related to Fox. Pluto is related to Paramount. So you can get in there and actually do a bit of research on a specific platform.
Most screenwriters understand that they should know the ending of their story before they start writing.
Oh yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
That's something I had a challenge sort of defining for a while myself, and then I realized it's actually a lot simpler than
The wall.
It's not.
In the middle of the wall.
We are people who actually pay for content. So if you have a Netflix subscription, you're an end user.
The mansion.
Pay for tickets to a movie, you're an end user. We are the actual audience paying
Oh my god.
funding the whole entertainment business. So looking at us, what the audience is like, how are we split into
The windows.
what genre,
So
pop with certain demographics.
closer.
That is what studios care about. That's what networks care about. That is what any sort of consumer-facing company will care about. So it's sort of the same idea. They are using that information to delineate what content should go for, what content should use.
There is.
If you look at different television channels, they are all targeted to very sort of specific.
Between this. There's a wall separating.
Themes. And they tend to not. They tend to
Just
keep their
living.
roots, and they don't have a whole lot of overlap. I think this is probably the most visible with cable news, where you see very polarized views of the world.
Open space on the side of the house. On the side of.
All they care about is speaking to that one target.
Oh shit. Thank you.
If a company is
There's
releasing
open
a film,
space patio.
they really want to keep their audience happy so that they can make the second and the third film. They're doing their
On the side of the house.
If you really want to keep that audience
Chester.
happy, you can keep sort of churning
Look
out
how
more
I feel,
content.
man.
So,
Chester, look out.
way of answering this, but it's basically you're correct. If you're gonna write a script, you have to know how
I
to
don't
write
think
it.
they know
Because
where.
you
I don't
structure
think they know where we're at.
everything leading up to it. When we're doing distribution deals, when I'm sort of getting films financed,
I don't think they.
or getting television
No,
series off the
I don't
ground,
think they know
we are
where
thinking the exact
we.
same way, but our sort of how are we going to make this
I don't
work?
think they know where we are at.
We're looking at
Where
a
we're.
company that speaks to that audience, because most of what I do works in what we call like the B2B or business to business end of things. I'm doing
Where
deals
we're at.
directly with
I don't think they know
studios,
where.
I'm doing deals directly with,
I don't think they know where we're at. I don't think they know where we're at.
so they care about their audience. They want content that's going to keep their audience
Cut
happy
to.
and engaged. I need to give them content that's going to make sure that takes place. So I'm absolutely using the metrics, the data, the information that I can gather.
Wabba.
What they like, how they like content to feel, how they like it to be structured, how they like it to flow.
Don't attack.
And I work backwards, and those are the kinds of things we look for. Those are the kinds of screenplays we try to find. We try to find writers who can sort of
Yeah.
deliver in that
Don't
role,
attack.
and that's sort of what keeps that supply chain.
What else do writers
No.
know about the traditional script?
Yeah, no. Yeah.
I would reverse it. I think when you're starting out, it's whatever's going to
Yeah, Mel, what's
like under your belt, so to speak, I follow it. But once you sort of get a much better command of your
I we're in trouble, yeah.
you have the confidence that you can write feature-length scripts. Relatively easy, it's not easy at all, but I mean, the fact that you know you can do it. Once you sort of reach that point, you need to sort of stop thinking about the script to screen approach and start thinking about what do screens need, and then write that, because that's how our industry.
Matt and Mel lay on the ground. Matt and
If you look at the
Mel
Cannes
lay
Film Festival or
on
Film Festival,
the ground.
a lot
And look at the phone on his hand.
gets made and we take it to the festival and then sort of present it to the world with the hope of getting distribution. It's like when distribution is set up, but the film is even out. That's a big market. That's just getting it out there and showing people how great this movie is. Awards.
Don't act like we're in trouble yet. Don't act like we're in trouble yet.
Markets, and how to get secure distribution. But the
Marty got
they're
caught.
already taken and they're lost. And you sort of have to think about screenwriting.
Marty got caught. That's his problem.
What do these television channels, what do these outlets, what are the numbers that make that work? I heard about that years and years ago in my first book.
That's his
Those have not changed.
problem.
Like Christmas movies,
That's his
they
problem.
make hundreds every single
This
year.
happens.
It's like Christmas is coming this
This
year,
happens.
I guarantee it's going to come next year too. And there's going to be a big content. A lot of networks, a lot of TV channels, all over the world really bank on that. Actually,
Look, right. Look, right.
all kinds of known talent.
Can you pick us up later? Can you pick us up later? Look.
Something with some kind of a tangible visual thing, and not just sort of a standard issue sort of flash thing. And then I'm personally a big fan of like tween girl romance films. Those do extraordinarily well, both as movies and as well as TV series. There's a lot of latitude in it. So those are the things that I think writers need to think about is the genres that are going to sell. I call them gold mine genres. That's not like an industry term, but it's those are the genres that sell. So if you're writing in those
Dad, can you pick us up my account 5? Dad, can you pick us up my account 5?
Horror is just horror and comedy are just really, really hard to pull off. I call these latitudes of failure, which again is not like an industry term. It's just something I made up. But it's like if you're gonna write something or shoot something, if you're gonna make a movie on spec, whatever it is, there are certain genres that like you gotta nail it, or it's just done. In a comedy or a horror film, if you have like,
Chester turns
point. There's like one or two things in it that aren't ideal. It just like loses interest or loses market placement opportunity. Whereas if you have a family movie that's very family safe, if you have a Christmas romance movie, a dog in it, or like Twin Girl and a Horse movie, any of these that like aren't perfectly executed, or there's like maybe not the best coverage of the scene, they still get bought and they still get picked up, and you can shoot them on very low budgets, even if they don't come out perfectly, like there's an audience for it, because television networks and VOD platforms around the world love that stuff. Their advertisers say they're very family co-viewing friendly. Christmas movies are a good example. I don't think many people actually watch them, but they're just like background film. People like to have them on. And so there's not a whole lot of dedication to viewership.
They receive a text from Bill.
Networks love them because they're really good in the rating. So that's the kind of thinking I have, is if you're going for a genre like comedy or horror, I'm not saying
Why can't Marty drive? Why can't Marty drive?
There's always outliers.
Why can't Marty drive?
That person did. It's like, yeah, they did, but the vast majority of people, that's not going to be possible.
In the first book, Writing for Greenlight, you talk about how so many screenwriters devour screenwriting books, and they learn structure and format, but they don't learn what to do once they finish a screenplay.
What's how Marty was thinking?
I would say that book specifically, I wrote it because it was the book that was never written that I always wish sort of existed in some capacity. Most of those books, like, it's the deal to the
Interrupt.
screenplay. Like, that was
No.
started the whole three-act structure. It was this amazing book about how to structure a script and how to like organize ideas. And I know there's some outdated things in it today, but like, at the very end of it,
No. Tell him.
there's like very thin chapter at the end. It's just like, oh yeah, you know, you'll get an agent. It's like they'll take care of. I guess that's the critical part. Is a lot of people write a script and they just sort of expect that that's all they do, and somebody else will sort of carry it from there. Getting an agent or manager isn't necessarily the answer to that problem. Agents and managers are great. I don't think you actually need to agents. That's my personal opinion. That's not like, my personal opinion is I work with people all the time. They manage themselves. They are able to just sort of present themselves well and use their own ability to get the door. They have personal branding that they've done on their own online. They're extraordinarily professional.
We met these people.
They're willing to showcase their work.
We met these people. Tell them we met these people when I spoke. You must see what we were like. That's perfect. Yeah.
It's sort of, sometimes you have to show your goods in order to showcase like the real deal. I can do this. So that's, you know, I guess overall that's sort of the general kind of flow. You have to be able to.
Oh my God.
Do it on your own. You have to be able to get your talent presented on your own.
And is that how they reach your door, so to speak, is through a cold email?
I mean, that's one way. I mean, I personally, I've worked
We met these people
via
who have we.
Via email, via LinkedIn, via any number of sources who reach out to us. Sort of exactly just saying, like, look, I've written romance books and I'd like to write movies, or I've written a ton of movies and I'd like to keep that going. And, you know, they just sort of approach it that way. It's ultimately, yes, they're just reaching out blindly. They're reaching out blindly, but it's not like they're reaching out with random projects. They're reaching out with projects that sort of fit our core expectation, what we work with. look, this is what I do. I have these scripts. Will you take a look at them? Can we do something? And we've hired a lot of writers now. And they are
Kind of
realistic,
rework
like,
it.
the
They
first
said it.
log line that presents isn't going to turn into a movie line. Like, it does sort of have to build.
So that's a real old style.
Kind of rework it.
Yeah, look, a lot. I mean, again, this is my personal thing.
Kind of rework it.
Full disclosure.
They said it was like Hydra. They said it was like
In a
Hydra.
general sense, it's like, you have to think about what do agents actually do. Agents are actually in the business of blocking opportunities by putting up paywalls. So they are restricting your access in a way and trying to get the highest price possible. They're not out there trying to make sure that every one of the writers.
They said it was like Hydra.
They'll sign a group of writers, and then at 2 out of 10,
Call me back in like 2 hours.
they're going to put all their attention on
Call me back in like 2 hours.
and they're going to make
And I'll-
sure those deals are really, really successful. Don't let the others, you know, if you are
Call me back in like
I
2
know a lot of
hours.
writers who have written independently, and then they go get an agent. The agent, I call it, you know, they get involved, and they start hiking prices to unrealistic levels, and then you just sort of stop working with them because the price of expectation no longer match the budget. You're working. I'm not saying that they're not talented and that, you know, you shouldn't expect reasonable compensation for your efforts, but you can't go from like here to there in terms of pricing overnight just because you signed somebody and they're 50% or whatever. It just doesn't realistically work that way. So there are writers who actually stopped working. We had other writers who got an agent and then they got rid of their agent.
Call me in like 2 hours. Call me in 2 hours.
Creating my own opportunities.
Call me in 2 hours. Call me in 2 hours.
Why should I give this
Call me in 2 hours.
X percentage for just basically having their name on the play when they did nothing? They didn't initiate the work.
We will be away.
They didn't close the deal. So we have a lot of writers who actually have stepped away from their agencies and just manage themselves. They just have a website, social media outlets, they just sort of initiate the deal, the market by themselves.
You, man.
Similar to actors.
I hate you,
It's
man.
like getting it work, but they weren't maybe doing scenes to get work.
Correct, yeah, look, I mean, like, it's the frustrating reality of any industry. Like, it's not isolated to Hollywood. We just know it's easier to see here because, you know, it's a creative-driven industry, et cetera. It's like, if you are writing a script and you want to get your script in front of people, you have to do it yourself. Just because you wrote it and it's sitting there as a PDF on your computer, that's not going to get an offer presented to you by email. You have to go put it out there. And the first thing people are going to do
Give me a
is
milk.
find every reason in the world why they shouldn't read your script. Because they got 50 scripts to be better. And they are living. If you don't have an online presence, if you don't have a personal relationship, if you haven't been referred to them, or if you haven't presented, if you write a blank email to present yourself well and explain why you wrote what you wrote, that can get attention. Like, the company I'm working for now, we produce very specific types of films. We do Christmas romance films. We do really cozy, female-driven romances in really beautiful, gorgeous locations. Like, very clear-cut movies. And so, if somebody's pitching, you know, some horror film or some avant-garde coming-of-age story, like, we're not going to look at it. It just doesn't fit what we need. We're looking for stuff that's going to fit our pipeline going. But when people come out and they're like, hey, I can write Christmas romances, and here's the script and 10 log lines of Christmas romances, we'll take a look at it. And we've actually bought it.
And then you said women channel, so like these thrillers. I saw one like some kind of cyber stalking or something.
Yeah, we do women apparel thrillers as well. That's very lifetime things. We don't do as many of those. Like, I would say probably like 55, 60% of it out there right now. It's a wonderful bread and butter.
Sure.
Vertical, yeah.
I know what you said too about just some people just want to have them on the background. That's very true. And
46, 47, 48. I don't know. We did that part, and now it's the next part, so I have to get ready for the next part. I know what it's gonna be. I already know what it's gonna be, but we have to wait. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I eat Taco Bell. Taco Bell. Taco Bell. Taco Bell. Taco Bell. Night.
Every executive has this question. Why am I looking at this?
Yeah. It's, there are, I think, a couple of questions that may never be asked.
Walk to Taco Bell. Walk to Taco Bell. Walk to Taco Bell.
That is I think that's probably the most critical first point.
Take it over.
It goes back to a lot of the other things.
Put the
Executives
words.
have very limited time, and they have very specific needs. They need to find content that's going to fit into very specific slots or buckets, and that's what they need to know. Is it going to fit?
Take walks
And that's
up.
really, I think, what's the core of that question. Why am I looking?
They come out of the way.
Does it work for us? Does it fit? Is it
Come
price
up
point?
and go.
Bigger opportunity. They want to know, how is this serving?
You go into Taco Bell. You go into Taco Bell. Okay, my mind is completely blown right now. I have to pull it together. Okay.
Writers